Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got a short video for you here today, but it is something that I really wanted to share that I came across kind of accidentally, and we're gonna mix up a color today, and I'm gonna show it to you. So we're gonna start with some Baitplastics. This is 292, which is my new preferred blend. I kind of experimented and decided I like the 292 better than the 242. I made that change a little while back, but it is a great blend. It's a little bit stiffer than the 242, but you don't really lose much of the action, which is great. So there is our plastic ready. What we're gonna be doing is making some Plum Galaxy today. That's what I call it. It is an awesome new plum color. And what I like most about it is it has a little bit of a color shift in it, and it's super easy to make, and you don't have to have a whole bunch of expensive materials to make it. So that's exactly why I wanna share it with you guys today. I'll put this in the microwave here in just a moment. But what you're gonna need is some Lureworks. This is Plum Dye 179. May not focus on that, but it's 179 Plum Dye from Lureworks. All you need pigment-wise is that. Now, a couple different flake options you can use. You can use the Lureworks. This is emerald green. It's 0.40. I like this, but there is something I don't like about it. So when I microwave this, if I get the plastic over 350 degrees, this will start to turn a little bit of a blue color. So that being in mind, you can use it, and if you want to be careful with it, you can. You can also get Baitplastics Emerald Green. So this is a Baitplastics version of that flake, and it seems to do a little bit better in my opinion. It may be very similar, but in my opinion, and in my experience, this holds as green a little bit better. So you can get either one of these you want, or if you have a different company you like, you can do that. But emerald green is what we're gonna be using. I use a mix of these two so that when the blue comes out in this, it has a nice mixture in the flake. So you can get by with one, or you can use both, completely up to you, but that is all you're gonna need for this color today. Our plastic is hot. I will deal with some of these bubbles here in a little bit, but we're gonna start off with, this is the Lureworks Plum Dye 179, and we're gonna put 80 drops in this 2-cup amount. So 40 drops a cup of this 179 into our hot plastisol. There is our 80 drops, and then we're gonna give this a mix. Get it all stirred in, nice and pretty. And as you can probably tell, you can already see some of that blue and purple coming out. And I will get you a better look at it here in just a minute when we get done mixing it. But that is the base color that we are going to be using. Looks very nice. And like I said, all you need is the emerald flake. If you do want to take it up a notch, I'll show you a way to do that here in just a second. We're going to start with this 0.40 Hex Emerald Green Flake. This is the Lureworks one. I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to add, let's see, I want to do 1/8 teaspoon of this to start out with. I'm going to dump this in here, and then I'm going to close this up so we don't make a big mess here. And I'm gonna switch over to the Baitplastics Emerald Green, also 0.40. Open this side up, and I am going to do 1/4 teaspoon of this. Nice heaping teaspoon there. Now that we have that mixed in, I'm going to drizzle some over, and we'll give her a little stir. Now that we got that mixed in, you can kind of see it, but that is not quite enough. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add another 1/4 teaspoon of this emerald green from Baitplastics here. Just dump that in there like so. Drizzle this over, and we'll mix it again. We want that flake to show up nice and full. Okay, still getting there, but not quite enough. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, and you just do this to whatever taste that you want. There's another one. So that is 3/4 teaspoon, and I think that is gonna be about right. Now that we finally got it to there, I'm gonna show you a way that you can make this look even better. So this is our base color here. This is 80 drops of Plum 179 in a 2-cup amount. So that's 40 drops a cup. And then we have 3/4 teaspoon of the emerald green from Baitplastics, and 1/8 teaspoon of the Lureworks Emerald Green Flake in there as well. But now I'm going to show you how to step up this color even farther, and all you need is some 0.015 Red Flake from Baitplastics. And we are just gonna start dumping this in here. And this is where the color really stands out. It's when you start adding some of this. You don't have to have it to do a good plum color. Like I said, all you need is that other stuff, but if you really wanna take it up to the next level, you can put some of this in here and make it really stand out. Sprinkle a little more of that in there. I just do this by feel. You can add however much you want. Just start small and then work your way up. But as you can tell, that color is pretty freaking spicy. So here is a look at this color underneath the light. And you can see it's got that blue purple hue that you kind of find in monkey milk, but it's almost stronger in this plum. And I didn't add anything to get that shimmer. It's just what comes in the actual pigment itself. And it makes for a great color. And then when you add that emerald green flake, it looks great, but then when you put the red in there, it just takes it up to a whole nother level there. And that is what makes up this beautiful plum color. Let's check out some demolded baits. This is the 4-inch Flappin' Drax here. That is a great plum color, super easy to make, and it is very consistent. For all the times I've made it, it seems to come out very consistent in each batch. So yeah, that is what it looks like in the 4-inch Flappin' Drax. Now, let's check it out in a different bait. We'll check it out in the Rocket Grubs. This is the 3.5-inch Rocket Grub. And as you can tell, pretty freaking sweet. Love this color. It is a awesome color for sure. And it's like I said, you don't have to pick up a lot of materials to make it happen. You can come up with a great plum color. We'll also check it out in the Glory Craw, because you can't go wrong with a good old Glory Craw. There is a better look. This bait here shows off that blue a lot on the top of those baits. You can see it down the runner there. But yeah, that color shift is something I was not expecting when I picked up this color from Lureworks. Got lots of blue in it in the Glory Craws. Now, we'll check it out in one last bait, and that is the 5-inch Hog. I got to show this off in a video earlier here on the channel. Here is a last look at it on the tray, all the baits together. It is just a great plum color, super easy to make, and I couldn't not share it with you guys just because I like to share all my recipes with you guys, and I think you will enjoy this. But just look at all that blue coming through that Flappin' Drax. And it just gives it another dimension of color that just makes it stand out from the other plums that I've tried. But yeah, that is all of them here together. Well guys, that is Plum Galaxy. It is a color that I came up here with recently, and I teased it on the channel and I promised I'd bring it to you guys. So here it is, and now you know exactly what you need to make it. I do want to clarify one thing up to this point. I was doing some editing on this video, and I noticed I referenced this flake as 0.40. It is not 0.40, it is 0.040, but for some reason my brain wants to call it 0.40. Don't know why that is, but just to clarify, it is 0.040 for the emerald green flake. and it's 0.015 for the red. I wanted to clarify that because I didn't want you to go out there looking for 0.40 flake, because that would be absolutely massive. You do not want that. You want 0.040. So that's clarified. If you want to pick up the materials to build this color, I'll try to leave links to these websites in the description below. I will also leave a link to Epic Bait Molds if you want to pick up any of the awesome molds that we use today. And if you want to pick up any of these baits in this color before you buy the materials to make this color, I'll have these baits in stock on my store down below. I try to keep these in stock all the time because this is a staple color that I keep on the store now. It replaced our previous plum color, and I like this color a whole lot better. So you don't actually need the red if you don't want it, but I think the red makes a huge difference in this color. It kind of gives it a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of flash, and it has a little bit of contrast versus using just the plain emerald green without the red. But it's completely up to you however you want to do it, but I would certainly recommend the red flake in it. Like and subscribe, it helps the channel out tremendously. And until next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.